Hello and welcome to day 51. That's adorable. Cute. All right, welcome to day 51 of the 64 ways and 64 days to peace and nonviolence. Surely you'll like one of them. There's 64. Just take your pick. There's lots of different ways to be nonviolent. The thought for today is advocacy. Advocacy. Um, I love it. Let's see. Let me get out of this beautiful picture. The thought for today is advocacy. Thich Nhat Hanh said, when someone stands up to violence, a force for change is released. Every action for peace requires someone to exhibit the courage to challenge violence and inspire love. Right? So Thich Nhat Hanh, his whole life is about nonviolence, and ours can be too. All right. So you have to stand up sometimes and stand for nonviolence, right? Even if it's a little bit uncomfortable and you're the only one doing it. So when we choose to be an advocate for nonviolence and decide right now that we will be the one to stop the violence, we release peace into the world, right? So you're either emanating one of two things, right? Which end of the stick, right? Are you? Good morning. Which end of the stick are you promoting in your life? Peace or the opposite of peace, right? It's either love or it's not love. It's either violence or it's non-violence. So when you choose to be an advocate for nonviolence, you release peace into the world. So that's the affirmation. Today, I choose to be an ally. Good morning. I will be an ally today. So without blaming or judging others, I will listen from my heart and speak out with love for those who are disrespected, abused, or not listened to. So you really have the opportunity to be an advocate in this life. I will find out how I can be an advocate in current conflicts, right? Be an advocate for peace. Be an advocate for helping others. Be an advocate for love. How about that, Scott? Be an advocate for love. All right, so this is an anonymous quote, but you've heard it. Stand up for what is right, even if you have to stand alone. So it takes courage. I think that's why it wasn't that day one, courage. Like the program ain't gonna lie to you. It takes courage sometimes, always, to do the right thing, to stand up for peace. Because you might be the first one. But if you stand there long enough, I promise you won't be the only one. So today I take these words to heart. Today I advocate for what is right and just, even if it's inconvenient, unpopular, or risky to do so. Right? Look at these people who speak out against I don't want to say too much, but like people risk their lives because they decide that they want to tell the truth, right? Politically, they get everybody crazy because they're whistleblowers or they're speaking out or they're telling, right? They're telling on people because they're like, no, I have to be an advocate for the truth. This isn't right. So they decide to do the right thing, even if it's risky and unpopular and inconvenient. So today the practice is to be an ally without blaming or judging. Listen from your heart and speak out with love. Okay? So, yep, go ahead. So if you see someone being disrespected or abused or not listened to, or if it's a whole group of people, if you have an opportunity to be an advocate, please do so. All right. And find out how you can be an advocate in current conflicts. So I like where Gandhi goes this morning because he takes this advocacy to the very bottom level, where we're all at, home, right? We need to first be advocates for peace and love in our home. Before you can really tackle any of the big stuff, you've got to get the basics down at home. So go deeper with Gandhi on day 51. This is a program from agnt.org. Okay, we're just promoting it here. This is what MK Gandhi said. All my actions have their source in my inalienable love of humankind. So he said, all my actions have their source in my inalienable love of humankind. Okay, so you're just going to have to bear with me. This is a lot. You're welcome to join me on allnaturalme.com if you want to read along, and then you can laugh when you see all the words that I mispronounce. I mispronounce confidently. I just keep chugging along. All right. So we think of the power of nonviolence as being the demonstration of non-cooperation with that which suppresses people or causes. But the true power of nonviolence lies in this statement of Gandhi. Love is, in every case, the power behind nonviolence. Love is the power behind nonviolence. So Gandhi was not talking about defeating or overthrowing anyone. He did not seek to injure the British authorities in his homeland. He didn't want to hurt anybody to aid his cause, right? He did not seek to do any of that. Non-violence was not just a way for one group to seize what it wanted at the expense of another group. Gandhi saw no ethnic conflict, class war, or any other us versus them kind of conflict. What he saw was a nation divided by injustice. So this is a lesson of Gandhi's struggle for all of us. When true nonviolence is successful, everyone wins. Okay, so let's think about that. Good morning. Let's think about that. We all win, right? It's not just me trying to get my way. It's not just you trying to get your way. Like when we are truly for nonviolence, it benefits everyone. Everyone wins. So Gandhi saw that if love is to triumph, we must serve all life through our every action. Okay, we can't just think the idea of nonviolence is, oh yeah, that's a good idea. No, like we actually have to be nonviolent. It has to be every thought, every word, every action. This can only occur when we begin where we are, in our homes, and cultivate the unconditional love necessary to love every person in our lives, not despite their actions, but because of them. So back to the home front. So having done so in our homes, we can reach out further and further. At each step, finding love for all those around us. So the key here, as it was for Gandhi, is that we love them because of all they do, which we oppose, not in spite of those things. So even if they do stuff that opposes us, we still love them. We're still going to love them. Right. Good. Yes, Skull Reaper. So you start by loving your family unconditionally, not the conditional, like I will love you as long as you do what I want. No, like an unconditional love. Like I will love you no matter what. So understanding that when they do, and they will, act selfishly or harmfully, you have to understand that they act only out of their own fears and needs. the behavior we most oppose is the very best they can do. So you have to really look at people and know that they did that nasty thing, but they acted out of their own fear, okay? And literally that was the best that they could do, okay? When we fully understand the limits of their ability to feel safe enough to care for all humankind, all of life, we are able to feel compassion for them. So you begin to understand that maybe they just can't feel love enough to act peaceful right now, right? It's like an inability for them. So once you understand that, then you can feel compassion for them. They're doing the best they can do, right? So in that compassion, we are able to love them because of their actions, not in spite of them. So if you're mean to me, I'm not going to use that as an excuse to be against you and to not love you. I'm going to use the fact that you were mean to me as a way to feel compassion for you and love you. It's completely unlike we've been told, right? This is like a complete, like your mind's like, what are you talking about? Like, so they're a jerk to me and I'm supposed to love them because they were a jerk to me. But they were a jerk to you, me, you, I don't know. They were a jerk because they don't know how to love yet. And so you feel compassion for them of their inability.
I thought the title, it said advocacy, but I thought it was avocado.
Oh my gosh. So in loving them, and loving avocados too, whether you thought this program was advocacy or avocados, love them. In loving them, we begin to see how to serve all life. Only in this way can everyone win. This should always be our goal if we truly seek to walk the path of nonviolence. So we're being like called out right now. Do you just want to think nonviolence is a good idea? Right? Or do you really want to walk this path of nonviolence? Because if you do, you need to love everyone, no matter what, including the jerks. Right? So anyways, good morning, Katie Moore. Can we love the jerks because they were jerks and feel compassion for them that it's like a handicap, their inability to love, right? They can only love the world as much as they feel safe enough to do so. So they're in their fear. If they can't love, it's because they're living in a fearful place, a place of lack, a place of neediness, a place where I got to get some for me because I got to be out for myself. Okay, once you start to see them in that light, you can start to feel compassion for them, that's the best they can do where they're at. So the point of this all is for you to start feeling more love, regardless of what anyone does to you. And if they are mean to you, you don't use that as a reason to justify your hate. You use it as a reason to inspire more compassion within you. So you can start emanating love towards everyone. Because what you truly want is more love in your heart. I know this for sure. That's what you want. You do want to feel love for everyone. So I guess so. Yeah, I know. It's not the way we've been, is it? That's the opposite of how our ego has been taught to work. But amazing if you can get a hold of it and really start to use it to feel more compassion. So here's the affirmative practice. You can take it or leave it. This is why I do this program every year. It's taken me 10 years to even maybe consider doing this. Right? Like every year I take another step and I'm like, all right. But I think I would have quit 12 days ago, even this year. But I'm plugging along because I really do want to feel more love. Not because anyone deserves it, but I deserve it. I deserve it to not feel hate. And the world deserves it for me to not keep spewing hate. So if enough of us can keep striving to do the inner work, we will only ever have peace in the world if we have peace within ourselves. So it's a very responsible thing for you to step up and start walking the path of nonviolence. Will you fall off the path? Probably. But you can get back on anytime. You can always get back on the path. So the affirmative practice today is I will meditate on the healing power of love in every action I take. Today, I will look behind the actions of those I oppose to the reasons for them. So I'm going to try to pick love in every action. I'm going to try to choose love. I'm going to try to see how, if I could just be love right now, how healing that would be for me and the other person. And if the other person has actions that are not peaceful, they are violent, I'm going to try to just see the reasons behind them. Today, I will begin the work of loving those I oppose because of their actions, not in spite of them. They did something bad to me, and I'm actually going to love them because they did that, because I feel compassion for them, that's the best they can do right now. So today, I will do the work of healing them as well, my opponents, as well as the people I agree with. I really want to send love to everyone, to the hearts of every human being. I want to really work on healing people. I want to heal myself, and I want to heal others too. This is the path of nonviolence. So that's day 51, everybody. That is day 51. Good morning, Jem. Oh, I guess it's afternoon now. It's where I'm at anyways. I had a little tough time getting here. In day 51, advocacy. So here is one last affirmation. And good luck with this one too. This is a good intention. Today, I will use no violent language. So good luck. So that's the ending affirmation. Today, I will use no violent language. Okay, let's really try to clean up our mouth. I already probably failed. In my head, I totally failed. But let's try to use no violent language. Let's try to look at people and feel compassion and love for them and do the healing work within ourselves and sending that to others as well. Okay, so that's the work. You're welcome to reread and share anything on allnaturalme.com. If you feel like you know somebody who could benefit from this, pass it along. Okay, stand up for what is right, even if you have to stand alone. That's the message today. Even if you have to stand alone. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. I'll see you again tomorrow. So much love to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. You're trying. I can tell you're trying. See you guys.